Every one of us are very interested to create a good source of passive income which in future helps us to quit our 9 to 5 job or help us to launch a new business or just go for a vacation. Passive income is a very good idea if you work on it seriously and spend a time of about 10 to 12 hours per week. This small amount of time every week can help you generate a good fortune after few months or maybe more than 1 to 2 years. It may be a great time that may involve to generate you a good passive income, but at the end the fortune that you gain from it will be very huge and helps you in so many ways. In this video I'm going to talk about one such passive income source which is trending nowadays, and obviously the fortune that you can gain from it is very huge. But again, you should be very serious about earning money from it. And the next thing is that surely you should spend about 10 to 12 hours a week in order to develop a good income in future from this particular source. Well, this video is about how to develop a $1 million passive income with apps. First of all, let me talk about creating apps without coding. Because most of us just think that creating apps is restricted to people who know programming. And obviously, it's true that the way apps can be developed is completely flexible if you are programming. But it's not true that you can't create a good app without programming. Even people who don't know programming have developed apps and earning a good income from those apps. Before choosing a best source to develop apps without programming, first of all, you have to choose an idea or a theme of your app. So, what is the purpose of the app that you are going to develop? You can get a good idea by observing the problems in your locality or the problems that you are facing in your work. Just write down a list of features that your app should contain and the work it should deliver, which can solve your problem. And writing the problems that you're facing in your work or in your locality will help you deliver a good app. And you will be able to check whether each and every problem has been solved with your app or not. Well, some apps can be just about solving a problem, but there are also apps which just deliver content. If you're good at particular topic, then you can create an app regarding that topic. But you should be very careful about choosing an idea because it is the thing which in future going to affect the amount of money that you're getting from your app, because the ads and the affiliate marketing that you will place in your app will be completely related to the topic of the app. For example, if you're just talking about sports in your app, then obviously the ads that will show are related to sports, and the goods or any other in-app purchases that you include will be related to sports. And hence you should first of all check whether you have a great interest regarding the idea of the app, and the next thing that you have to check whether there is a good competition out there. Good competition is necessary because it assures you of a good income. And the next thing is that whether there are the different commodities or ads that you have observed in some other apps which are related to the topic of your own app. And if there are enough ads that are related to your topic, then you are going in a right way. And after choosing your idea, the next thing comes the source. There are so many platforms out there which are helping people to develop apps without programming. But one thing these platforms are not able to deliver is the flexibility. They are not allowing the users to choose each and every option in the app. You are just able to add the content in the app, but you are not able to decide whether a button should be there or a button should not be there. I will suggest you one of the best sources of developing apps without coding after a while in this video. If there are sources that are meeting your requirements, then surely you can go through it, but be careful and observe all the features that those platforms will deliver, and also calculate the amount of money they charge you on monthly basis to publish your app to Play Store. The next thing that you have to do is develop an app and publish to Play Store. While some people may think that with no code platforms, everyone can create apps within a day or within 2 days. But it's completely false, because while you develop app within a day or 2 day, you may be missing some features to include or some of the content to include in your app. While passive income may mean for some people that you just publish or create a particular app or any other commodity once, and after that you expect a lifetime income from it. But it's not true. Passive income can generate you good money only and only if you are improving the features of the app that you have developed, and if you are regularly adding the content, and if you are just debugging the errors that exist in your app regularly. No one can create a perfect app within a day or 2 day. The best app can be delivered after it has been tested, after people are using it, and after you are using it. And if you have found any errors in it, then improve them. And while you improve it step by step, within few months, it can be a perfect app which millions of audience can use. If you are just thinking you are going to develop an app within a day or 2 day, then it is going to be a failure, and you may think that passive income is just imaginary, and it can't be true. Passive income, while it earns you a good money, but you should spend a lot of time working on what you're creating. For example, in our case, we are going to create apps, right? You have to work on it for so much of time, and only then your content will be very good. And once it is very good, it will generate you a good income, of course. So develop an app by taking your own time and publish it to Play Store. For publishing your app to Play Store, you should have a Play Store account, and it may cost about $25 for lifetime. There are so many videos out there on YouTube which can help you to publish your app to Play Store. It's a very simple process, and if you have just followed it once, then you can go through it easily when you're publishing other apps. It's just a very easy process. And after you have published your app, regularly update the app and notify the user about the new content and updates. Updating your app is very necessary because improvements are what people are expecting from your app. They want regular improvements to be observed in the app so that they can use the app easily, and they want to feel the app to be fresh and new. New content and new updates in your app can also help you to make your app far good from your competitors. The next thing is to choose a best source to monetize your app. Of course, AdMob is a very best source for monetizing your app, but there are even other sources which are worth testing. So, the next thing that I want to talk about is monetizing your app. It's a very essential part, and I recommend to monetize your app after you have developed your app and you have earned a good users. That is, there are so many fans of your app, and they are using your app very happily and they are satisfied with what you are delivering. Then only you try to start monetizing your app. While your new users are very important for you, but the monetization is completely based on the existing users. So don't just feel hungry to gain new users again and again. It is important, and you have to earn users regularly, but you should be very careful and deliver good quality content through your app to your existing customers so that they can visit your app again and again and watch the ads that are being displayed and even be satisfied with in-app purchases. First of all, use ads if they don't create any disturbance. Especially if your app is delivering a particular service, don't try to place your ad near buttons, because if the user accidentally clicks the ads, if he doesn't want it to do so, then obviously his time will be wasted and he will right away try to delete your app and throw a bad review on Play Store about your app. So don't place ads near buttons or any other places where the user doesn't want to click it. And the next thing is about interstitial ads. Don't show interstitial ads again and again in your app. You should choose a particular time when you want to show these interstitial ads. Show them once the user has completed the task that he wanted to perform, and show them, if in the case of a game, when they have completed the game. So you should be very careful while showing the interstitial ads so that the quality of the app and the service that you're providing through your app is not disturbed. The next thing is about in-app purchases. You can only provide in-app purchases in your app if your free content is also very good, because a user can only believe you and also test your app only if there is enough good free content available in your app. First of all, what you have to do is add so many free features, and your user should also be able to use the app even if he has not purchased anything in the app. And once if your user is satisfied with the free version, then automatically you are not losing the existing user. So your existing user is already there and he may in future purchase the features which you have kept for sale. So first of all, deliver good content with free version and then add option of in-app purchases. If your app doesn't contain enough features in the free version, then you cannot gain good amount of app users. And the reason is that so many people or so many app users out there wanted to use apps for free. You are responsible to change their mind and let them purchase the other features in your app. So you cannot right away just restrict your app completely and sell most of the features, because if the user is not satisfied with the free version, he will right away just delete the app and he can throw a bad review about your app. The next way you can monetize your app is through affiliate marketing. Through affiliate marketing, you are going to promote a particular product that you have chosen. And the next thing is that through affiliate marketing, sometimes you can earn much more money when compared to the ads that are displayed from an unknown source. Talking about how you have to develop your apps. The best source of developing apps without programming, based on my thought, is Blockly programming. If you don't know what Blockly programming is, then let me explain you about it briefly. Blockly has been developed by Google to help people learn programming. And of course, Blockly itself has become so famous that it is being used in so many platforms to develop apps. Blockly may be based on HTML for some of the platforms like Scratch, but for App Inventor, Thunkable, and Appy Builder, it is based on Java programming, and these platforms help us to create apps with Blockly. Among these platforms, App Inventor was the first, which has been founded by MIT University to help others learn programming. And obviously, it has become so famous that so many other platforms have been created based on it, and now they are helping people to create apps directly with Blockly. There is already a large community of Blockly developers who are developing apps and earning money from those apps. App Inventor is the most flexible and easiest platform that helps to develop apps without code. You can even learn about Java programming while you use App Inventor to develop apps, because the blocks that are present here in App Inventor, Thunkable, or Appy Builder are based on Java. And in Android Studio, which is an actual platform that is used by most of the developers to create apps, it is also based on Java. There is a great similarity in the user interface, and there is a great similarity based on how the apps are developed in both the platforms. I have used App Inventor and also I have used Android Studio, and I know exists a great similarity. And while I was learning about Android Studio, it was very easy for me because I have already used App Inventor. So in future, if you want to shift to Android Studio, then you can use App Inventor now. And I personally believe that App Inventor makes it easy for people who completely don't know about programming to learn programming and use platforms such as Android Studio. The next great thing about App Inventor is that it is completely free to use. Even App Inventor is free, Thunkable is free, and Appy Builder is free to use. It is free to use, free to create apps, and even free to publish the apps that you have developed with them to Play Store. Now let us talk about best sources to learn Blockly. The first thing that I recommend to do if you are new to Blockly is to go right away to the documentation created by Thunkable, because it's an amazing documentation. Read about each and every component and the user interface and various other elements and blocks available. You will get a clear idea of how you can use these platforms. Another important and very essential thing that I recommend you to do if you want to learn about Broccoli is read a book written by David Wolber and Hal Abelson, and it is named something as App Inventor 2 or 2E. If you just type the text that is available on the screen in famous stores such as Amazon, then you will find the book that is written by them. It's a very good book. This book starts guiding you from simple concepts to very important concepts. I highly recommend to read this complete book if you want to develop apps using Blockly. And the next helpful source to learn Blockly is Pura Vida Apps. It's a website. If you just search for Pura Vida Apps on Google, then you can find the website of Pura Vida Apps, where so many extensions, snippets, and tutorials about Blockly, or rather, you can say it as about App Inventor, are present. And the last but not the least source to learn about Blockly is the online course that I have created, where we will create a translator app. This course is for Blockly developers of all levels. You may be a beginner or you may be an advanced developer. You can enroll into this course because this course starts with simple concepts which are helpful for beginners, and later on this course contains important concepts such as using APIs, which are also helpful for an advanced Blockly developer. This is how the app that we are going to create in the course will be like. It has got a great design, and each and every concept has been discussed very carefully. It also the course contains the course in the course I have discussed all the core concepts about App Inventor. I'll just drop a free coupon for you in order to enroll in this course. Do check in the description of the video for that free coupon. And even subscribe to this channel because I will be posting free content regularly about Blockly.